You know, the holidays should be a fun and joyous time for everybody. Hanukkah actually starts tonight. Christmas starts in a couple of weeks. And yet we get these stories all the time. There was one, if you watch Fox News, you probably saw a couple of days ago. Somebody sent an anonymous letter to a neighbor complaining about Christmas lights and saying that twinkling, colorful lights are a reminder of divisions that continue to run through our society. And I won't read anymore. You get the idea. And let me just say, I'm Jewish. Christmas doesn't mean a lot more to me than, you know, a day off and a night to go eat Chinese food. But I love all the Christmas light displays, and I enjoy Christmas. And I say Merry Christmas to you and all my Christian friends and my Jewish friends, too. I mean, can't we just sort of enjoy it? It shouldn't be that hard. So that's kind of a social side. But there's also a legal aspect to it. I mean, what do you do if you're on either side of this thing? What do you do if your neighbor's holiday display, Christmas lights display, is truly disruptive to the enjoyment of your life or even encroaching on your property? What do you do if you're on the other side of it? You've got some kind of display and somebody is damaging it or threatening you. What do you do? Joining us to answer these very questions, Boyd Rolfson, who is a litigation attorney, as well as a real estate expert attorney over at Robinson and Henry, my friends at that great law firm at Robinson and Henry. Boyd, good morning, and thanks for being here.
Good morning, Ross. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning.
So just jump right in. You heard me set it up.
I did, and you know, that is a problem that can be a stress during this time of year where we're supposed to enjoy time with friends and family. And, you know, from a legal perspective, I think first and foremost, it's a good idea to find out if there are any city or county ordinances that address holiday decorations. I mean, this can not only help you know what restrictions you have when you're putting up your own decorations, but can also shift the burden of enforcement of those ordinances or laws against your neighbor to the proper authorities, so you don't have to have that awkward confrontation. If there's no specific city or county ordinances, another really effective way is to understand what your community association or your HOA. Most homes are governed by some sort of HOA or condo association, and these HOAs have covenants and rules that typically address Christmas decorations. So if there's someone who's causing a problem or it's infringing on your property or the lights or sound is you know, keeping you up all night, you can contact your homeowners association board or its management company to enforce these rules, as these HOAs have broad powers and the ability to enforce these rules. So this could also help you avoid having that awkward confrontation with your neighbor.
My guess is that among my audience, I think a lot more people would be concerned about being accused of something or trying to have their own holiday displays, you know, taken down or restricted or even or damaged. And, you know, what's your best advice for someone who has some kind of, you know, beautiful Christmas lights, let's say, and they've got some kind of curmudgeonly neighbor who is trying to do something? Like I said, I think my listeners be a lot more on that side of the discussion than on the side of, you know, I want to try to curtail what my neighbor is doing.
Sure. No, and that's a great point. And once you understand that your decorations are within the rules of your HOA or the city ordinances, and you have that neighbor, you know, that Scrooge who has issues with your Christmas lights, if there's any sort of damage done to your Christmas decorations, lights, you know, you may have a case for destruction of property if there are damages. Yeah, you may also have a case for property encroachment or trespassing if it's a problem. You know, civil trespass is not only for people coming onto your property, but also if their personal property comes on or if they come on to destroy your property. So you may have these legal claims to help protect you. You know, if it's an extreme nature and you feel your safety is involved, you may look into obtaining some sort of protective order or something against your neighbor if that's a problem.
Well, folks, I just want to tell you, if you're on either side of this equation and you are not getting the answers you need, not getting the results you need, or someone is doing something to you that you think is beyond inappropriate, perhaps illegal, but you don't know where to turn, I want you to give a call over to Robinson and Henry, and maybe you'll actually end up working with Boyd on this, and just get it all taken care of. And frankly, let Robinson and Henry take some of the stress away from you so that you can just enjoy the holidays. Boyd, what would be the best way for folks to get in touch with you if they're dealing with any of this kind of stuff?
Yes, probably the easiest way is to go to our website, robinsonandhenry.com. It's a very user-friendly website. You can set up a free consultation with any of our attorneys to discuss one of these matters.
Very good. Boyd Rolfson from Robinson and Henry, thanks for being here.